Hey, what's up guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown for an Ubers Live. It's been a little bit since I've done an Ubers Live as well, just like the last UU Live. But we are back and we have a really good team to use, honestly. It took me about maybe, I don't know, 5 days to a week to make this team, and have it set. I was kind of going back and forth on the 6th Mon, and the 6th Mon currently is Choice Scarf Xerneas. And I will go into the team builder for it, you guys, because I want you guys to see this team yourselves. So we are packing the Darkrai, and Darkrai is a very good lead. I like using Darkrai as my lead. I am using Life Orb over Focus Sash just because I like it better. I like the extra power. Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, very good coverage. I hit fairies and pretty much anything with stab, Dark Pulses. And Nasty Plot is awesome. If I can put something to sleep and set up a Nasty Plot, this thing has potential to sweep, guys. It is so strong. I really like using this thing. Great speed as well. It has 3 speed, very fast. Only getting outsped by things like Mewtwo and the Deoxys, and I guess maybe a couple more things like Choice Scarfs and stuff. But that's about it. This thing's very fast and very strong. So cool Pokemon. Like I said, very good lead. Next we are running the specially defensive Primal Groudon, and this is pretty much just used as a T-Waver. Sets up my rocks. 4 speed EVs to outspeed other Primal Groudons that aren't invested, and other Primal Kyogres that aren't invested, and same with Dialga. Even though most Dialgas are Sugar Berry, but that's okay. Next Pokemon is the E-Killer Arceus, very standard. It's just 3 attacks with SD. The 3 attacks give me perfect coverage, and that's all I need. So E-Killer Arceus. Then we have the standard set for Mega-Diancie. And it's running Moonblast, Diamond Storm, Earth Power, and Protect. Max Special Attack just to deal with things better with Moonblast and Earth Power. Usually I can 2-hit KO something like Primal Groudon that isn't specially defensive, or isn't that much specially defensive. So that's pretty cool. Really comes in handy when they think it's switching on the Moonblast, so I can hit him with an Earth Power. So that's your Mega-Diancie set, with Protect obviously to get me my free Mega Evolution off if I need it to. Magic Bounce is also very underrated in Ubers. I really like it. Helps me keep rocks away, helps me keep Dark Voids away with Darkrai, so it's very useful. Next Pokemon is Giratina-Origin, and this thing is my best E-Killer Arceus check, and also it's my best Primal Groudon check, just because those 2 things are very threatening. And I need to Will-O-Wisp the Arceuses, and I need to just kind of stall out the Groudons. If they are Rock Polish Swords Dance Groudon, I don't necessarily have a good switch, and I need to revenge kill it. So yeah, that's pretty much my only option, but what can you do? So next we have Choice Scarf Xerneas, and I'm still contemplating this. I don't know if I like the Thunder and Focus Blast on it. I kind of want to just take off either Focus Blast or something. That way I get Focus Blast and Thunder would be taken off if I did change anything. That way I only get Moonblast whenever I click Sleep Talk. So that's pretty cool. We are running full attack, investment, modest, special attacking, obviously, and this thing puts in a lot of work. I still outspeed +1 Rayquaza, so that's what the set does, the 224 speed EVs. And then I guess defense is just for a little bit of added bulk. So that's pretty cool. We'll hop right into a game. I think I'm mid 1400s, but I haven't played in a while, so we will find out. Yeah, we can check it right here though. So let me go ahead and click this. We are 1442, so yeah, like I said, we are pretty much right in the middle. We have a decent DXC. We're 23 and 6 in Uber, so that's pretty cool. It looks like we found a battle, and this guy's team's pretty threatening. I never like playing Deoxys speeds just because they're usually just hazard setter leads, and I don't necessarily like to lead Darkrai against it. So I'm gonna lead my Diancie here. Get off my Mega Evolution. Yeah, as he leads Arceus Steel, so I don't know if he predicted that. But I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve and click Protect on probably his Judgment. Yeah, there's a Judgment. So yeah, this thing's pretty threatening honestly, but I'm pretty sure I can go into Groudon here. If he wants to go ahead and go for something like I don't know, Earthquake or something, then that's a good play on his part. He actually doubles into his Darkrai, so that's fine. I'm going to go back into my Diancie. I have Magic Bounce up, and this thing can't necessarily do too much to me, as he's making a lot of doubles here, so that's very good to know. He's a very double happy player. Now this thing's going to set up probably a Geomancy, but I can't let it do that for free, so I'm going to smack it with a Moonblast. and now it has a Geomancy up, but I can revenge kill it in the end, so that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna protect here because why not? He does just go for the Moonblast, and he's going to go for it again here. Now I don't necessarily have a good counter, so I have to pretty much sack something off here. I'm kind of okay with doing that though. I don't necessarily think I would want to sack this off though. Let's see what I would want to sack off. I can't sack Giratina because it could potentially be a Arceus check. Or he is Arceus Steel, so what do I need Giratina for? Hazard removal and pretty much to check the Primal Groudon. Let's see. I don't think Groudon can take 2 hits. Let's go ahead and pop up the damage calc. That would help us out tremendously here. Primal Groudon, Primal Support, Xerneas, Geomancy, and he is up to +2. So yeah, he definitely knocks us out after 2. It would be a very bad roll in his favor. So I don't think my Xerneas does too much to him, although it does outspeed a decent amount of things. But I think I'm still going to sack it off here. I don't think it necessarily does that much. So we are going to go straight down to the Moonblast, and now my play is to go into Arceus and hope this kills. I'm pretty sure it does with a Life Orb. Yeah, I am. Well, it's actually a roll, so that kind of sucks. But hopefully we can knock him out here, as we do, and that's pretty cool. Let's see. His switching could potentially be Gengar if he wants to trap me, and he actually goes back into the Arceus Steel, so he could have something like Will-O-Wisp here, or he could just be trying to whittle me down, and I think I'm going to go into Groudon. I think it's decently safe. If he does pack the Earthquake, that might be a bit of a problem, same with Earth Power, as he sets up a Swords Dance, so not too sure what he's trying to do here. I almost want to T-Wave him, but I think I'm just going to go for the Precipice Blades here, as he switches out into his Gengar, so I could have clicked Fire Punch and destroyed this thing, but that's okay. I'm going to do that right here. If he wants to go ahead and click, what is it? Yeah, Destiny Bond. Okay. I actually, oh, he got the burn, so we are going to go down because of the burn. Oh, are we not? I guess we don't if it's indirect damage. That's pretty cool. That's best case scenario for us. Yeah, so yeah, he was definitely trying to kill us with the Destiny Bond, but Pokemon Showdown had other ideas, so that's pretty cool for us. I don't necessarily need to set up rocks. I think he's probably going to try to do the same thing though. I don't want this taking any hits though, so I'm going to go into my Giratina here. If he wants to set up his rocks, I do have the defog, as he sets up some screens, so that's interesting. I can defog these away though if he wants to set up another one, so that's awesome. If he wants to switch, yeah, he just T-Waves, so that's okay. I'm going to be able to get rid of these screens, and that's going to be good for me. He's potentially, what is it? Yeah, that does absolutely nothing. Yeah, Sash like I expected, but yeah, I'm not going to let him set up any screens, so I'm going to go ahead and click defog here. As he's just going to keep clicking Ice Beam, so that's okay. I guess he doesn't want any, or he just wants to weaken this thing. I'm going to set up a yeah, she throws up the Reflect now. Very interesting. That's okay though, because most of my threats are special attackers, and I don't know if he would be, yeah, he's not Light Clay, so he can't put me to sleep. So I'm assuming a substitute is coming in here, or he's just going to finish me off. So we see no, so he could be Focus Sash this too, that could be bad for us. But I kind of get a free switch into Diancie here, and something is going to drop. I don't think he would stay in, he'd probably go into one of his 2 checks. I'm going to Earth Power here. If he wants to stay in, yeah, if he wants to stay in, actually, yeah, good. He goes into Arceus. And that thing is not going to be appreciating it. It does 45%. That's very good for us. If he wants to set up another SD, that's cool. I'm going to go straight out into my Groudon because it answers this Arceus very well. Even with the Reflect up, it's still not going to be appreciating any hits, as he just goes straight for the Judgment, and that does nothing. So that's awesome. Do I think he'd go right back into the Darkrai? Even if he does, I'm going to Fire Punch here. He actually does go straight into the Darkrai. So I get a crit, and it brings him down to his Sash. So he is Focus Sash Darkrai, and he's going to try to put something to bed here, and I don't think I'm going to allow that to happen. So I'm going to go into my Diancie here. He actually doubles into his Groudon, so if I could get up rocks, his Darkrai is dead, and yeah, I can't let this thing necessarily set up on me. That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna go back out into this. I do outspeed if he's okay. Well, you got a crit and this thing just drops, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, that really sucks actually. This thing beats him, so does Arceus. So I think I'm gonna go out into this. I almost wanted to not click Dark Void because he could just bring in his Darkrai, but even if he does, he's wasting a turn, and I get to set up a nasty plot. So I need to put something to sleep here and then set up a nasty plot. That's my play. Yeah, so he switches out. He goes into the Arceus Steel. We are able to put it to bed, and now I can just set up a nasty plot, and I think I win this game. The only chance he has is if he goes right back out into his Darkrai right now and tries to win a speed tie and put me to bed. So he does not do that. That's cool. All I need is a huge hit on this, and then my Arceus wins. So Dark Pulse coming in here. Should kill him. Yeah, it knocks him out. So that's awesome. Groudon goes down, and now he's pretty much done for. He should go out into his Darkrai, though. I don't know why he's not. Yeah, so he does go into the Darkrai, and I'm going to risk the speed tie. Spatial Rend. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we're able to knock out the Darkrai, even though it does win the speed tie, and this Arceus should go down as well. So GG, man. That was a decent game. So we get the first W in the live. Pretty cool. What are we up to now? Let's see. Come on, ladder, you can do it. Alright, 1459, not bad. We'll keep going. Hopefully we can get up to the 1500, that'd be pretty nice. We see Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn's actually kind of hard to play around. That's why I'm carrying Fire Punch too with this thing. I hate playing Lugia, it's just so bulky. I need to get up my rocks as soon as possible. But it looks like he does have a default user. He could have two potentially. Which one it is, I have no idea. I don't want Kyogre coming in for free, so I kind of want to lead my Xerneas here. And he could, yeah, there's the Kyogre lead. So I'm going to lead my Xerneas here, and he doesn't have a ground type, so I don't miss in the rain. Hopefully he stays in and he gets smacked by a Thunder. If he wants to switch out, he's taking a decent amount of damage on anything, and plus it has a 30% chance to para. So he is actually normal Kyogre, so even if he does switch out, yeah, that's great. So Water Spout, that's not going to do anything because I outsped him, and I outsped him, and I will not miss in the rain, so that's really cool. So he goes into his Ferrothorn. Hopefully we can get a decent Parahax here, as we do not on either of the Mons, so that kind of sucks. Probably Gyro Ball coming my way. I'm going to bring in the Groudon. That's going to get some Sun up, which is going to help us out tremendously, as he just goes for his rocks, and I will do the same thing. So it looks like he just wants to trade rocks. He should go into his Giratina, as he does. This thing can't necessarily touch me, so I'm going to go into I'm going to T-Wave here, just to hinder this thing. Also makes my Giratina outspeed him, so that's pretty cool. Getting Parahax is just helpful all around, as he goes for the Dragon Tail. So let's see what he brings in. He actually brings in the Xerneas here, and he doesn't necessarily have a decent counter to it other than this Ferrothorn. So I really want to Focus Blast here, but I don't know if he's going to Defog, if he values the Defog that much. So Moonblast is a safe play, as he does go into the Ferrothorn, and now I know this is his only check to it. As you can see, that still did a decent 30% to him, and now I can pretty much go out into my back out into my Groudon here. He could have Spikes, that's what I would be thinking, but yeah, that's okay if he does. Let's see if he does. He actually Leech Seeds, so that's interesting as well. I don't know if he has Protect. If he has Protect, that kind of sucks, but I'm going to go out into my Giratina here, predicting his own Giratina would want to come in, and I have it paralyzed. So he does show the Protect, so interesting, and he is probably just going to set up another Leech Seed. So I'm going to try to burn this thing. If he wants to switch, that's cool too. Burning this thing just makes it sure that Gyro Ball is not going to be doing too much to my Mons, especially because some of them are pretty fast, so I don't want them taking the hit. So, and then if he wants to switch into something like, I don't know, Lugia or Arceus for some reason, or maybe even Darkrai, it's going to be taking some damage. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hit the Will-O-Wisp on him. That's really nice, as he T-Waves me. So we see no attack Ferrothorn. Yeah, Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Protect, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now I know this thing is definitely not a threat at all, so the burn actually doesn't even matter. I'm probably going to click Defog here. Yeah, the Leech Seed comes in. Does Defog get rid of Leech Seed? I don't think so. Yeah, it does not. So I'm able to get rid of the rocks on my side of the field, and he's probably just going to double leech. At least that's what I would assume. But I'm going to go out into my Xerneas here, kind of force him out, honestly. As he's gonna get up his own rocks here, and he's probably just gonna click Protect, I would think. I think that's his play. I'm gonna Blast anyway. You should know this thing's get Focus Blast, so he probably can go out into something like his Giratina for free, as he does show the Protect, and now I hit him with the Blast. So he will go down to this Blast, so he's switching out into something that's immune to it. So I'm gonna go out into my Darkrai here. Hopefully he doesn't click T-Wave here. If he clicks T-Wave, he's pretty bad. Yeah, so there's the Lugia. That's even better. I'm going to set up a plot, I think, because he should pitch into something that's burned or paralyzed. So I'm going to set up a plot here. He actually stays in, so let's see what he wants to do. He went for the Toxic, so that's very interesting. Now I'm going to click Dark Void and break his multi-scale if he wants to stay in. If he wants to switch out, I still have to beat him. So it's just a win-win for me. I'm able to put him to bed, so that's awesome. Now it breaks his multi-scale, and this thing is no longer a threat. Dark Pulse is going to come in here, and it's going to hit something hard. Something should go down on his team. So he actually brings in this, and that's interesting if this is his only check to me. I'm definitely going to risk the Speed Type because, yeah, he misses the Dark Void. I feel sorry. Because he missed Toxic and Dark Void. That's pretty unfortunate for him, but if his only way to checking a Darkrai is Speed Tying it, I don't feel too sorry. So he goes out into this, and that leads me to believe he is, in fact, Choice Scarf, and yeah, I can go out into this for free and get up my rocks. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to touch me as Origin Pulse comes in. Yep. So that's pretty cool. Stealth Rock coming in here. He can go out into anything he wants, but rocks help me out very. They help me out more than they help him out. So if he wants to defog, it's okay. He goes out into this thing, and yeah. So like I said, this thing can't necessarily touch me, but I can't necessarily touch it either. Just kind of like countering each other. So probably a Dragon Tail coming in here, and if not, I get a free switch into my Xerneas, which is really nice. So yeah, Dragon Tail, and I'm immune to that. And now he has to make a play here. The Ferrothorn is going to take a very nice amount of damage if he wants to switch that in. I could potentially click something like Focus Blast too, but I'm not going to do that. Moonblast still does like around 30%, and then he's taking rocks damage and burn damage. So it actually might be a 2-hit KO based on rolls. So he has an Arceus Steel as well. Okay, that's okay. I actually dropped his special attack, which is pretty cool. I get a free switch into Groudon, as long as he doesn't have something like Earth Power or Earthquake. So going back into Groudon here, and he actually clicks Recover, so that gives me a free double if I want to. I'm gonna actually, if I can get Arceus in, I win. That's pretty self-explanatory. And with Darkrai, to be honest, if I get Darkrai in one more time, I kind of win. I'm just gonna Fire Punch here. He actually goes out into the Lugia, so this thing is not going to be appreciating it, and it is actually not a 2-hit KO. So based on rolls, I'm going to go for the Fire Punch again. He is still put to bed, so that's pretty cool for us. And if anything, he's going for Roost. Actually, yeah, I can go out to Darkrai very freely here. I'm going to go out to Darkrai, as he will take the Bad Dream damage, I think, too. So actually, he does not. Well, my internet did not catch that in time, so that kind of sucks. So now I'm going to go out into my Darkrai here. Well, now it's too late. Now I'm just going to Fire Punch. So he wakes up, and he does go for the Recover, like I expected. Yeah. So now he's going to go for it again. He literally has no other play. He has to get back to his multi-scale, and yeah, that's his only way of winning. So going to go back out into my Darkrai here as the Recover, and he still won't be at his multi-scale range. And I kind of want to set up another nasty plot here if he wants to bring in something else to take the hit. But Dark Void's pretty safe. Yeah, he actually does go into the Giratina, so if I would have set up a nasty plot, I would have just pretty much won. I'm gonna Dark Pulse here. I don't think this thing can touch me. I have a flinch and para chance here too. So he flinches, and we pretty much wrap this up, I think. So he does have the Choice Scarf Kyogre still. I gotta watch out for that. But now his Giratina and Defogger is down, so that's pretty cool. He does go into the Kyogre like expected, just because it is Choice Scarfed, and yeah, I can just pretty much bring in my Groudon once again. He can't necessarily do anything. It could be Ice Beam, but he's locking himself into Ice Beam. So he locks himself into Signal Beam. Interesting to say the least. And now I could get a T-Wave off on whatever wants to come in. Yeah, I think T-Wave is a decent play here. If he wants to switch, something will get paralyzed. And if he wants to go to Ferrothorn, I do pack the Fire Punch. So it's kind of a win-win for me. Yeah, T-Wave's my best play here. So he does stay in, and I live on 1. Luckily, I don't get confused, so now I will be able to knock him out. Honestly, I don't even know if a Fire Punch knocks him out from this range. So we are actually going to calc that. Primal Groudon with the Lava Plume, or not Lava Plume, Fire Punch. And yes, that is our set. I think we were Impish though. Almost positive we're Impish. And then we have the, what is it? Oh, normal Kyogre. So he's Choice Scarf. Yeah, Fire Punch doesn't even knock him out. So we have to go for the Precipice Blades here, and we actually do hit, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, not too bad. Actually, was that with the sun up? No, that was with rain. So yeah, Fire Punch did knock him out. So we actually did risk a miss right there. So, but that's okay. He does bring out the Arceus, and I'm just going to fire off the Fire Punch as he's just going to knock us out. So that's cool. My only worry now is the this Ferrothorn, but I didn't want to bring in this and try to risk something. So he does bring this thing out, and I don't necessarily want to bring in Darkrai just yet. I think I can bring out... I actually might have to bring out Darkrai right now. I'm going to bring out Darkrai right now, and if he does want to go into the Ferrothorn, that's okay. He will be taking rocks and burn damage. So I'm able to put the Arceus to sleep. Really nice for us. I think I'm just going to go ahead and set up a plot. If he wakes up or not. If it's not, so it looks like we have this because I still have 2 more hits left after I hit this Arceus, and it should go down, as it does. So it's looking like GG again because his Lugia is taking burn damage. So GG, there's no way he can live a Dark Pulse. He doesn't look like he's specially defensive at all. Unless he somehow lives, yeah, there's no way. And then the Lugia will also go down. So that is a decent game, and we pretty much get a 5-0. So we're climbing the ladder, pretty interesting enough, and I think we are probably really close to the 1500s now. Yeah, we are 1475. I'm actually going to check the ladder on Ubers real quick. See if we're anywhere near it. I haven't associated myself with Ubers for a while, so we'll see. We actually are pretty close at the low 1500s, so we could potentially get there, but probably not in this live, maybe in the next one. So that's good though. We see a full shiny team, and shiny Yevito looks so cool, guys. I don't know if you've seen it before, but look at that. Yeah, so he's got a very good team as well. Pretty bulky. Let's see. I could lead my Diancie here pretty well. Do I want to do that though? I could also lead Darkrai. I think Darkrai is the lead. If he leads Xerneas, I'm definitely going to switch out as he leads the Arceus, so that's cool. I'm gonna Dark Void here. If he wants to E-Speed, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm put this thing to sleep. Oh, he's Lumberry. Lumberry, wow. Now I'm kind of put back. I'm not Sash. So I'm going to go hard into my Giratina. He's probably just going to E-Speed here. Yeah, there's the E-Speed. And now I need to hit a Will-O-Wisp here. Interesting set, though. It's kind of nice that he's not Life Orb, so he won't be doing as much damage to me. But still, hard to play around. And it's nice that he's not Leftover. So he does go for the Shadow Claw, and it's not even a 2-hit KO, which is really nice. And now with this burn, he's not even necessarily a threat. He's going to go for a Shadow Claw once again, I would assume. So I'm going to go out into my Groudon here, and I'm going to try to get up my Stealth Rock. So, yeah, he actually clicks SB again, so that's interesting. He does probably pack something like Earthquake, so now I think I'm going to go for the Precipice Blades here if he does pack the Earthquake. So, he could go into his Giratina as he does pack the Earthquake. We'll see how much this does. So yeah, it does a very nice amount of damage to him. and I don't necessarily need this thing as long as I get up my Stealth Rock. So as long as he doesn't get a crit here, I will be able to get, yeah, so he actually goes for the E-Speed. So I'm able to get up my rocks up and keep my Groudon at a somewhat decent amount of HP. So I need the Stealth Rocks for Lugia. That's the main reason. So now his Lugia is much less of a threat without the multi-scale, and his only way of dealing with it is either defog that, defog Yveltal, or defog Giratina. So that's pretty cool. I kind of want to keep Groudon alive though, just in case I need to get up my rocks again, as he brings out his own Lugia. So maybe he is defog Lugia. I'm going to go for the T-Wave though. He roosts up, and now I get a free T-Wave off on it, and this thing is no longer a threat. Now that the Arceus is gone, I can kind of go out to my Giratina, and I'm not too scared about it taking a Aerial Blast. And now this thing being paralyzed, it's just going to help me out in the end. So, yeah, definitely just going to go out to Giratina here. I think it's my safest play. Ice Beam coming in, and it gets a crit too, so that really sucked, honestly. I'm going to Shadow Ball here though. I will outspeed, and I will break his multi-scale. If he wants to switch, he doesn't really have a good switch in unless he goes into Yveltal, and even on Yveltal is taking a very good amount of damage with the Stealth Rock. So he does break through both times, and he crits us both times too with the Ice Beam. So you can't really do anything about that. It just kind of sucks that it happened. I can kind of get a free Mega Evolution off here though, so I'm going to do just that, and I'm going to click Diamond Storm. So he should go out into his Groudon here. It's his only check, honestly. Yeah. And if he stays in, this Lugia will go down. So, yeah, hang on. What do I lose from clicking Earth Power here? If he stays in, he can't Toxic me. He can't... I guess he could Roost. So I'm going to click Earth Power here, and this thing should switch out. Yeah. I don't think he would keep this thing alive. If he does want to go into something like Xerneas, it's still taking a decent amount of damage as well. Plus, I outspeed as long as it's not Scarfed. So... not too worried. I want him to go to the Groudon so I can get a free Earth Power off on it and pretty much sweep with this thing. This thing is a big threat to his team. It honestly can sweep. So it kind of depends how bulky the Giratina is as well. So let's see what he wants to do. I'm really playing aggressively here because I want to get rid of the Groudon, but that's okay. As long as you can have other options. So let's see, he does go the Groudon like I expected, and we're going to get a big Earth Power off on this thing and see how much damage it does. So it actually is a 2-hit KO, so that's awesome because now, yeah, now he just loses pretty much. So I'm able to knock out the Groudon, which is fantastic, and now he has no switch-ins necessarily. So he does go into the Xerneas, and I still have E-Killer Lottie, or I always call it Lottie something. That's okay. I do have Arceus in the back. It kind of sucks though. I might have... well, he's going to Geomancy, so I'm going to get off a nice chunk of Moonblast. So he does Geomancy on up. And now if he clicks something like Aromatherapy, I'm not too worried. I'm going to sack this thing off to the Moonblast, and he actually goes for Focus Blast and Mist. So now the Moonblast should be coming my way. I'm just going to Fire Punch if he wants to switch. As he does not, and now I can bring out my Arceus and knock this thing out. There's no way it's going to live at 25%. So he could potentially go into Giratina and keep this thing alive, but I don't think he will, just because of the fact that it doesn't really do anything for his team. So Giratina is kind of a problem though. I need to hit it with one of my Fairy types, and I think I can do that. I also have Darkrai for it as well. So that's pretty cool. I just can't let him set up with anything else, so I think I win this. His Xerneas does go down, and now let's see what he wants to bring in. He doesn't necessarily have a good check besides Giratina, so probably something along the lines of... okay, so here's what I'm thinking. He's either going to Draco, he's going to Will-O-Wisp, and Diancie fits both of those, so I'm going to go into Diancie, and we'll see what he wants to do. He doubles into the Yveltal, and that's still not going to help him because I outspeed. So Moonblast coming in, and it should knock him out as it does, and now I pretty much just clean up with Diancie, so it's looking good for me. Lugia comes back in, and I'm pretty sure, as long as I hit the Diamond Storm, I win. I do hit the Diamond Storm, and it's looking like GG, so pretty cool. We could be in the... no, there's no way. So I'm going to Moonblast here, and he actually lives it because these things are so bulky, and it's just going to Magic Bounce that Will-O-Wisp right back to him, and pretty much just win the game. So yeah, pretty awesome, guys. We are up to We're up to 1493, not bad at all. I am actually going to pause this real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and we found a game. So we have a Palkia, and I have actually never seen Palkia, so I'm kind of interested in to find out how to play against this thing. I know fairies beat it, but I'm not really sure what they're used for. So I'm kind of scared of the Blaziken as well. Not necessarily sure what his lead would be. I would expect something like Blaziken or Groudon, and the Blaziken is really threatening. So I kind of want to lead my Xerneas here. I could also lead something like this, but yeah, Arceus normal is definitely not a Blaziken answer. So I think I'm just going to leave my Groudon and hope for the best, as he does lead the Blaziken, and he should just set up a Protect here. So I'm going to set up my rocks, and they should help me out in the end. It looks like he would be Mega Blaziken. I don't know why you'd use normal Blaziken whenever you have the chance to use it. Yeah, so he does go for the low kick, and that actually does a very decent amount. But I'm able to live it and get up my rocks, which is really nice. So if he wants to stay in here, he will be taking a Precipice Blades as long as they hit, and he should go down. So I honestly think low kick would have probably done more there, but yeah. Anyway, we were able to eat it up and get up my rocks, which is best case scenario. So it looks like he has no Defogger unless it's Yveltal, and if it is Defog Yveltal, it makes it much less threatening, so that's awesome. Yeah, so hopefully he does switch into something like, I don't know, not Yveltal. Even if he does switch into Yveltal, I have very good checks for it. I could switch into my Diancie. I'm not Mega Evolved, so I'm pretty bulky, and eat either both of his stab moves, so that's pretty cool. I honestly don't know what his best play would be here. He actually just goes for the double low kick, and I'm... Oh. Yep, that just happened. So, that really sucks. I'm going to go into my Giratina here. I don't want my Groudon going down. It still serves me a purpose, and he goes out, or he just low kicks again like expected. And I think I can just set up a Shadow Ball here. I don't want a Draco right away, just because he could potentially go into something like his Fairy, and I don't want him doing that for free. So I don't want this thing getting hurt too bad, but I have to make this play because of the fact that Groudon's Precipice Blades missed. They do miss quite a bit. I just like the extra power. He actually goes for the Swords Dance, so yeah, at least Shadow Ball's a 2-hit KO. So I don't think this thing can really touch me. I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball, and if we get the low roll, I'm going to be very upset. Yeah, so he does go for Protect, and maybe he's trying to pass into something. Low kick, Swords Dance, Protect, Baton Pass. Is that a set? What would he be passing into? Groudon? Ooh, that would be deadly. Yeah, if he actually does do that, I have no check to it whatsoever. So I'm going to Draco, just to do more damage if he does potentially Baton Pass. Yeah, Flare Blitz coming in. That's actually a crit too, so that's okay. Luckily, we are able to knock out the Blaziken. I just Draco'd in case he wanted to switch and keep it alive. At least he did not go into the Groudon, because that thing would have definitely swept us. So he does bring in the Groudon now, and he should just set up his rocks, I would assume. That would be his best play. Yeah, I'm going to go hard into my Darkrai here. Yeah, there's the SD, so that's fantastic, because now I can put this thing to bed. Hopefully we can land. If we land, or if we miss, then that's a bit of a problem too. So he should switch out, knowing that he wasted this turn. He should have definitely went for Rock Polish first, and then went for the SD, if he has Rock Polish, so I don't know if he does. So it looks like he is an offensive Groudon, so that's very good to know as well. It actually fascinates me how many people don't have Sleep Talk users in Ubers, just because of things like Darkrai. I try to make sure I have one on almost every team I bring, so I think it's very helpful because it counters things like Darkrai. Or if you're not using a Sleep Talk user, at least use something like Mega Mewtwo Y to counter Darkrai, because it gets Insomnia, and you can hit it back with an Aurora Sphere and OHKO it, because you outspeed as well. So that's just my interpretation of it. If you guys don't agree, I mean, that's okay. It's just my own opinion. So yeah, he's taken a really long time, because I did put him in a bit of a predicament, because he went for the SD over something like Rock Polish. So I'm in a pretty good situation here. I still have all 6 of my Mons, even though the Groudon is weakened, as same with the Giratina. But I have his Mega out of the way, which is pretty nice, and he doesn't necessarily have a good switch in for Darkrai now that his Blaziken is down. So he does let me put him to sleep, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for the nasty plot here. If I can set up a plot here and he does not wake up, I kill him for sure. That's pretty much just my best play. And if he does wake up, that's pretty unfortunate, honestly. We might just have to click that X if he does wake up, but we will see. I really don't want him to. I want to go undefeated in the live for you guys. I think this will be the last battle. I like to keep my Ubers lives short, just like my UU lives, and then kind of keep my OU lives a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes longer than all these other lives that I have. Just because of the fact that I feel like Ubers is probably, not Ubers, OU is probably the most watched. Yeah, he stays asleep, which is really nice. So Dark Pulse will kill, but like I said, I think OU is the most watched and most appreciated, so that's why I keep them just a little bit longer than all the other lives. So we're able to knock out the Primal Groudon as well, and now we are in a fantastic situation. If he does go Xerneas here, I will actually probably switch out, because I don't want him, no, I guess I won't, I can't let him, yeah, so he does go out into this. I have to Sludge here, I think, because I don't want, my Groudon is weakened to the point that it can't take a hit, so I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. And I think he would have went to this earlier if he did have the Choice Scarf, so I'm just going to set up the Sludge Bomb here. It will kill him as long as I outspeed, and I do, so that's great. His Xerneas goes down, so that's awesome. Now he should go into something like E-Killer. That's really his only option at this point. If he does go to E-Killer, I'm switching him out. Yeah, I guess I have to switch out. He does go Yveltal though, and I honestly don't think this Yveltal eats either. I outspeed this thing. I'm gonna go for the Dark Void though, just to put him to sleep and chip damage him just a little bit with the Bad Dreams ability. And now I know, yeah, there's this, there's the forfeit. So we do go undefeated in the live, and we hit 1500, so that's great. Really cool to see, and we're really close to the ladder, guys. I have a feeling if I had a plan, I could easily get on the ladder, but I'm not going to do that. I don't necessarily have the time, so that's awesome though. We are 1508. That's literally like 20 points away from the ladder, and I really like this team, guys. I think I'll make an RMT for you guys. If you guys see in the later, I will make an RMT probably for it. So we see like I'm gonna go over the team one more time with you guys. We see Life Orb, Darkrai, Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, just very good attacks with Nasty Plot and Dark Void. You could run Focus Sash if you prefer that over Life Orb, but I just prefer the extra power, so it's all based on your own opinion. Then we see Spit F Groudon with Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock. Same with Precipice Blades, you could run Earthquake if you prefer to hit every ground type move, and it's still 100 base power, so it's still very powerful. I just prefer that little bit of extra damage because it sometimes is the difference between a 3-hit KO and a 2-hit KO on Xerneas. So that's just my opinion about it as well. E-Killer Arceus, very simple, very standard, but good, very good. Next we have Mega-Diancie with Moonblast, Diamond Storm, Earth Power, and Protect, also pretty standard. But very good in Ubers, even though it is an OU mon. Then we see the Giratina to counter something like E-Killer Latias and Primal Groudon as well. With the Will-O-Wisp, it's very useful, and it's my best hazard removal. And then we see the Choice Scarf Xerneas. And now I'm still up for grabs with this Thunder Focus Blast duo. I honestly might take off Focus Blast to go 2 because I don't think it's too good of a use. If Steel types come in, I have decent answers for them, but this is just another answer for them. So I think I'll keep it the way it is for now when I make the RMT, and I think it looks good. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate the feedback you guys have for me. And make sure you check out all my other lives. They are just as good as this one, I promise. Well, maybe not just as good, as we went undefeated this round. So that's pretty cool. But all my other lives are pretty cool too. So I hope you guys check them out, and I hope you guys enjoy them as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Stay tuned for more.